Hey, buddy, Thomas here. Today we're going to be going through this sander right here. So I looked online. I really needed a kind of a power sander to sand down some things, and I found this Dewalt the other day when I was up at Lowe's. It's the DWE6401DS, and it's a variable speed disc sander with dust shroud. It's a 5-incher. But I've looked at the Festool and I've looked at the Bosch like gear-driven heavy-duty sander, and I'm not going to pay that much money because the Fest one is like really expensive, and even the Bosch one was like $300 something. So I found this just at a happenstance as we're going through Lowe's, and I'm like, well, let me just give it a go. It was about $100, and we're going to see what it has inside. So got your little shroud here, your exhaust, your sanding disc. It is a, feels like a medium. Has a little bit of give to it. And then the actual tool itself, which is, all intents and purposes, yeah, I got the kids out here. All intents and purposes, it looks like a drill. And I think because it's going to be like a drill motor, it should have a lot of you know, power and everything to take out some of these sand marks. What we have here is a cherry log, or cherry mantle, excuse me. This cherry mantle here, I just need to go ahead and finish up a mantle just so I can have a few more mantles on hand and everything. And I don't want to run something like this to the planer just because it's so heavy and massive. So we're going to give this thing a go and see what she does. I could read the instructions, or I could just kind of wing it. But yeah, I need a screwdriver. Get this shroud opened up here, and then this right here actually just is going to go straight onto it. And in my situation, I don't really care too much about the dust removal because I'm working outside. I'm not going to put that on. I'm just going to run straight onto the disc. There's got to be this tool right here, and it tells you the direction of spin. The spin's going to be this direction, and this is fine because for outdoor use I can use it just like this. I'm going to go ahead and get a sanding disc. In fact, Evelyn, right there next to the shop door, there's a sanding disc. Go ahead and hand that to me, and then we'll see kind of what kind of material this thing can take off. We just got back from Tennessee yesterday, and it's slow moving this morning, so let's see how things go. Okay, this is can't read the number on here. It feels at least like an 80 grit. It's a 5-inch disc. We're going to put this on here. All right, y'all back up. I don't want y'all to...
Daddy, come on. Let me show you something.
There we go. I like it. All right. Disc right there. Y'all back up, okay? That's full speed. It is variable. It's got this little trigger here in the thumb. That's slow. And I believe it does have a lockout mode. So you can lock it into full operation as well. Katie, you go over to Evie. So here we go. I can put a little more force into it. It is removing a lot of material. I'm actually removing quite a bit of material. I will say the handle will be helpful. There we go. Oh yeah. We're gonna do this little section right here. Let's see if I can get all these starboard marks out real quick. Which this is what I'm going to use this for, is on mantles, to remove a lot of material for that initial sanding. Now I can slow this thing down and stop it, but I can actually press pretty hard into it. I like how I can push hard into it and really just grind through those saw marks. This is a lot faster than a regular orbital. I like how the trigger can lock out. It saves my finger. Well, there we go. In this section right here, I'll show you what we just did. There we go. So in this section right here, you can see we removed all saw blade marks right here. That's really nice. And you can see how heavy they were. And you could actually feel that too, but I did a very good job. That was quick. That was a lot faster than a regular orbital sander, and I did a good job. That's gonna be a awesome tool to have in my bag of tools for starting off with these mantles and everything. Use this, knock down all the saw blade marks, and then go back to the random orbital sander and do some finishing up there. I really like that. I like it a lot, and it's got enough power. I mean, I can make short work of this. So let me go on and throw in a time lapse. We'll make short work of this thing, and we'll go ahead and finish up this mantle probably pretty quick. Folks, this is a pretty amazing tool, and if you saw during the time lapse, I actually did put the shroud on there to see if it did anything. I don't think it did much. I couldn't really tell too much of a difference. Maybe kept a little bit down off of me, maybe, but not really. It is starting to rain out here, so I'm gonna have to finish up later on this, but I want to show you something real quick. So this thing can hog out a lot of material, and as you can see, I've got some saw blade marks right here. That's a pretty deep saw blade mark. I can feel that with the finger and everything. I'm gonna do this one-handed. Gone. I mean, and I did take off material. You can see it actually has a tilt to it. This thing takes off a lot of material really quick, and it's surprising how much this thing can take off and the power it has. Now you can quote-unquote stop it. It doesn't have, endless supply of power. I believe it's only like 6 amp. So it's 6 amp, but still, that's pretty impressive for what it's able to do. I'm overall impressed. Total time. Now, I did have a subscriber to the channel stop by here a second ago, and I love when subscribers of the channel stop by because I get to meet someone new and talk a whole lot of stuff. So we had a good time talking. But total time, I'd say maybe 15 minutes to do front and back on this. It wasn't very much at all, and I'm actually pretty happy with the quality. I'll come back with the orbital that's just some fine tuning, but it's pretty dang close as it is. I'm about to do the front face of this if this rain will hold off. But yeah, this mantle, this is going to be a game changer in the way how long it takes me to make something. So far, this Dewalt DWE6401DS. I'm pretty happy with it thus far. It says guaranteed tough, so we'll see. I can break tools pretty easily. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's gonna make a beautiful mantle, and it'll make short work of a lot of this stuff. So I'll probably throw in another time lapse, touch up this face just a little bit, and then come back and finish this up with a little bit of orbital or something like that. All right, so I think this is gonna be a great tool. It's gonna make the processing of mantles a lot quicker. I just did a light sanding on the front here, leaving some of the darker spots. But once we actually add some oil to this, it's gonna make this really stand out and look good. It gives it that nice kind of rustic feel. At the same time, it just, the beauty of cherry. I think this is gonna make an absolutely phenomenal mantle for someone. If you're interested in a mantle like this, you can contact me. But this mantle here, yeah, I think she's gonna be pretty, very pretty. But we've got a lot of mantle stock that I've got to go ahead and process, and you know, this is just one of the ways I can do that. Just go ahead and get some sanding done on it, and then be ready to finish her up once the order is in, and go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Quick short one hopefully about this new Dewalt tool. I'm very happy the way it's performed. I think it's going to be a great addition to my bag of tools to use going forward. All right, please like, subscribe. We'll see you around. Thanks.